corpse blinked. Not a twitch. An open, wet eye staring up from the riverbank as the water quietly pushed the body back onto land. The river had rejected it. For generations, the river Oth had carried the dead away. Bodies wrapped in reeds were lowered into its black current, and by dawn, the water ran clean again. The elders said the river was a god's throat. Everything offered would be swallowed. Until the night it choked. The first body returned before sunrise. Skin swollen, mouth filled with silt, eyes open and glassy. Villagers dragged it back, thinking it a mistake, and sent it downstream again. By dusk it came back closer. The reeds were gone, the fingers were bent, joints locked as if gripping the earth. On the third return, it was no longer alone. Dozens lined the shore. Fishermen, children, old women, all bloated, gray, wrong. Their skin clung too tight to bone, stretched like soaked parchment. River weeds grew through ribs and eye sockets. When they stood, water poured endlessly from their mouths, yet they never emptied. The river whispered then, not a sound, but a pressure inside the skull. We are full. At night the dead began to walk. They moved stiffly, joints grinding like stones, dragging river mud feet to the village paths. Their faces were frozen between drowning and breath, cheeks ballooned, lips split, teeth blackened. Fish eyes bulged from sockets not meant for them. Some wore eels coiled around their necks like living ropes, and behind them came worse things. Creatures crawled from the water where no human shape remained. Long-limbed bodies stitched together by algae and bone, faces erased smooth by current and time. They wore ribs like crowns. Their mouths opened sideways, and inside were pebbles, teeth, prayer tokens, offerings the river had once accepted. The dead did not attack. They pointed. Each night, they led the monsters to homes whose names had been spoken over the river. Wives who prayed for husbands to drown, elders who thanked the water too quickly, children who wished for silence. The river had learned names. By the seventh night, no one dared sleep. The waterline crept higher, pulsing like a breathing chest. The villagers gathered to beg forgiveness, but the river surged forward and stopped just short of their feet. Bodies began to rise beneath its surface, thousands, pressing upward, faces stretched against the skin of the water, mouths opening in unison. The eldest priest stepped forward and asked what the river wanted. The whisper returned, heavy and final, "Take them back." So the living walked into the river, one by one. At dawn, the water ran calm again. But downstream villages now bar their doors at night, because sometimes the river still coughs.